The comma we delve into a major development in British politics, with profound implications both domestically and internationally. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced a significant shift in policy, redirecting foreign aid funds to bolster the UK's defence budget. This decision reflects the growing global instability and the strategic challenges Britain faces. Starmer is not typically known for grandiose rhetoric or nostalgic visions of the past. However, on Tuesday, he delivered a speech that underscored the weight of his responsibilities during these uncertain times. His solemn tone might have suggested he was delivering unpopular news, yet public opinion indicates otherwise. Polls reveal that nearly two-thirds of voters, especially those Labour fears could shift their support to the Reform Party, favour reducing taxpayer-funded aid to the world's poorest. Additionally, increased defence spending resonates with those who strongly back Ukraine's struggle for freedom. Crucially, this policy move aligns with a key demand from the US president, who has threatened to withdraw security support from Europe. Starmer, set to meet the president at the White House this Thursday, must navigate these diplomatic waters carefully. While figures like Nigel Farage or Kemi Badenoch might enthusiastically advocate for substantial cuts to foreign aid in favour of military investment, Starmer's approach was markedly different. He repeatedly expressed discomfort, emphasising that this decision was made out of necessity to safeguard Britain. His hesitation partly stems from Labour's long-standing commitment to international development, a principle that has been at the party's core in recent years. This shift has not only unsettled global aid organisations, but has also caused unease among Labour MPs, both on the front and back benches. Additionally, support from Liberal Democrat and Green-leaning voters, who played a crucial role in Labour's narrow victories over the Conservatives last summer, is far from guaranteed. Many of these voters are strongly opposed to figures like Donald Trump and may view Starmer's move as a concession to US pressure. Starmer's unease is not merely political. Throughout his career, particularly during his tenure leading the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, he has championed the rule of law and international cooperation. The CPS played a crucial role in strengthening judicial systems in developing nations. A strategy Starmer has long argued enhances Britain's national security by tackling organised crime and terrorism at its roots, preventing threats from reaching UK shores. If there is one defining ideology that shapes Starmer's worldview, it is his commitment to the rule of law, human rights and strong international institutions, including the European Union. Despite growing political pressure, he has resisted diluting Labour's commitments to foreign aid, reaffirming on Tuesday his belief in the importance of overseas development. He fully understands the impact this decision will have, not only on the global communities Britain supports, but also on Foreign Secretary David Lammy's efforts to rebuild ties with the Global South and on Starmer's broader vision of Britain's role in world affairs. The road ahead is filled with difficult choices. Redirecting foreign aid will raise the UK's defence spending to 2.5% of GDP, but Starmer has set an ambitious target of 3% in the next parliamentary term. Achieving this will likely require deeper budget cuts elsewhere or tax increases. As Lammy pointed out on Tuesday, during the height of the Cold War, when the UK was securely under the US security umbrella, defence spending fluctuated between 4% and 7% of GDP. If Britain and Europe are forced to bear the full burden of defence against a resurgent Russia due to a potential US retreat, Labour may have to sideline much of its domestic agenda for years to come. Given these challenges, alternative strategies to support Ukraine are being explored. One emerging proposal, already backed by the Polish government, is the creation of a European rearmament bank. This institution could generate over £100 billion in investment loans from an initial £10 billion fund contributed by willing nations. Chancellor Rachel Reeves has acknowledged that while it is not a silver bullet, she is intrigued enough to consult with European finance ministers about UK participation, without requiring EU membership or substantial increases in government borrowing. Another, more distant possibility involves using £200 billion in frozen Russian assets, seized by European banks following Vladimir Putin's invasion 3 years ago, to help rebuild and rearm Ukraine. However, this option raises concerns. Even if legally feasible under international law, seizing these funds could deter countries like China and Gulf nations from investing in Europe, potentially destabilizing already fragile economies. Meanwhile, Ukraine's preliminary agreement